Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a book haul. We all know how this goes. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy any books, and then I end up buying books, and then I have a ginormous pile of books that I have to show you and shamefully tell you all about, but settle in. There's a lot of books here, but a lot of them are part of series, so it will be nice and quick. If you are new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Let's get on with the books. So first up, these were Secret Santa Christmas gifts, and that shows you how long it's actually been since I've done a book haul. So I got Jade City and also Jade War, both by Fonda Lee. These are the first two books in the Green Bone saga, and then I also picked up the Jade Legacy. This has been kind of been described as like a fantasy version of The Godfather. I just thought that it sounded really good. My best friend Josh wants to read it as well, so I need to read it so then he can read it. It's a whole thing, but I've got the whole trilogy for when I am ready to finally start it. All right, so I'll show you these two now. So my son is turning 8 this year. I know, can you believe it? Like, he was a tiny demon just screaming in the background of videos for the longest time. And now he is a whole ass human in the world who just says brah, you know, it's the natural progression and the way of things. So I got him the Percy Jackson Ultimate Collection. It was from Big W. It was only like $29, I think, for the 5 books. I've started reading The Lightning Thief to him, which is book 1. And of course, me being me and like hyper fixating on things, I was like, well, I'll just get him the whole thing. And then on Amazon, they had the Heroes of Olympus really cheap, which I'm pretty sure comes directly after that. And then I've got a whole bunch of other books that I want to get him as well. Number 1 is The Lightning Thief. Book number 2 is And the Sea of Monsters. And then book number 3 is Titan's Curse. Number 4, look at my squinting, honestly, my eyes. Battle of the Labyrinth, and then The Last Olympian. So that's the first Percy Jackson series. This is The Heroes of Olympus, The Blood of Olympus, The House of Hades, The Mark of Athena, The Son of Neptune, and The Lost Hero. So it'll take us a long time to get through those. I mean, I just read them like a chapter a night, and it's a really cute little bonding experience. He does like it though, so that's why we've got all of those. Incredibly embarrassed to still be in the year 2023 and hauling these fucking books, but once I start something, we know that I cannot stop, and that is book number God knows what from Cassandra Clare, The Last Hours, book number 3, completing, I don't even know, is this called Cordelia Carstairs? I'm pretty much up to date. I think I've read the first one in this trilogy. Chain of Iron or Chain of Gold? Like, it was Chain of something. Because they're all chain of fucking Shadowhunters. So I've got this one, came out. It's like the special edition. I don't even know if anyone cares about special edition Cassandra Clare. It's got that in the front. 16 bucks, Big W, big boy. All of them are different sizes. They are living in my daughter's room now though, because she is turning 11, far out. So I figured that that will be something that she'll probably be into as well. Also picked up The Final Offer by Lauren Asher. This is gonna drive me insane because it's different than the other two that are back there somewhere. It is what it is. Haven't even started it, but now have it so I can binge read them when I eventually do. Got Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. This is about, I'm pretty sure he is an actor, and April is a fan and she does fan fiction, I want to say, and then sort of like writes him into her life. I don't know. It all sounds like, you know, we published after and then this is the sort of stuff that happens, but I have heard amazing things about Olivia Dade, and this one was like $13, I want to say. It was on sale for Amazon, so I got it. Picked up these two from Big W as well, Australia. That's amazing for all the Aussies, $12 each. Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. This came out a week before America. Haven't picked it up obviously, but it is really cute. It has the same sort of spine as It Happened One Summer, like it kind of fits into that sort of look of it, so that was cool. Definitely will pick it up. It is about Hallie, I'm gonna say her name is. She had a crush on Julian Voss at 14. One of my friends, Sarah, my friend Sarah on Instagram, I'll link her down below if you want to check it out. If you follow me, it's Sarah Knows the Story. She's another Aussie bookstagrammer. She got an arc of this and she said that there was like this really funny scene, and she told me about it. I was like, bleh. It was something where they hooked up where like her hands were not washed and she had been gardening. So yeah, I think that she's sunshine, he's grumpy, all the feels. It's Tessa Bailey. It's gonna be super fucking hot. We know this. In that vein, we've got her first White Shoes romance where the love interest in this, it's 3 different guys. So they meet on a tram maybe. So it's Elise. I know that this is one of her indie published ones, whereas this is a trad published, traditional publishing. So I know that this one's probably gonna be a little bit more bonkers than this one, but I mean, it's Tessa Bailey, it's always gonna be bonkers. She's sweaty, honey, but it's okay, it's kind of going with the makeup. I was so excited to find these two. So I had originally only seen book number 2. There's this little like cheap bookstore, they kind of, you know, like bulk buy books and then sell them. And everything was $5 this day that I walked in, and they had the first book. And it is A Song of Wraith and Ruin by Rose Ann A. Brown. And then the book number 2 of the duology is A Psalm of Storms and Silence. And like, when I saw this cover, I was like, oh my God, maybe I could just, you know, buy an ebook of this. But then seeing the two of them and the spines together, oh, you're kidding. So this, I have started reading this one. I'm really enjoying it so far. It is about a guy named Malik. He is traveling from his war-stricken home. He's essentially a refugee to start a new life. And I think that there is a princess, the Karina. She has deadly aspirations of her own. Her mother, the Sultana, has been assassinated. So it's just like a fantasy sort of setting. It just sounds really good. And I mean, I love a duology. There's nothing better than when an author sort of knows, like, we can make 2 books really, really good instead of making it 3 books and kind of, you know, giving us a bunch of filler and all of that stuff. So I do love a duology, and I think that the covers are absolutely gorgeous. This is definitely my priority to read. It is YA, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Also managed to grab a King of Wrath by Anna Huang. This is the first book in her new series. The guy in this book, you actually see him so much, is it behind me, in Twisted Lies. And so if you've read Twisted Lies, you met Dante. I'm pretty sure it was like a marriage of convenience sort of thing, you know, bad man, gangster vibes. It is what it is. I just grabbed it because it was $12, and I mean, like, I was never going to find it anywhere else for that cheap. So, all best reasons to buy a book, honestly. That's how we ended up here most of the time. Some super exciting things arrived for me. They are from a very good friend of mine, Kat Wynn. She is one of my favorite authors, and I already own these, but she just had to send them to me. It was super extra and give me signed copies of her book Partner Track. 2 are available on Kindle Unlimited. They are perfect for any time of the year. They are set sort of around the holidays, but I mean, they're like short little reads. They're super steamy, super amazing, and they have like pretty complete. Partner Track is perfect for fans of office romance, and also not like unlikable female characters, but more relatable. She's not Mary fucking Sunshine. Purdy Stone is a bad bitch. She is educated. She knows what she wants. Carter Leplin absolutely simps for her. This book, I read this when I was sick a couple of months ago, and it just like, it got me through. It got me through. So Partner Track is one of my one true loves, and thank you so much, Kat Wynn, for sending me your books even though I already own them. So I'm gonna get you back one day, girlfriend. I was perusing Amazon and I came across these next 2 books, and they just looked really good, so I grabbed them. First up, we have got Getting His Game Back by Gia Candenet, or Cadenet, I want to say. It is about Khalil, who is going through a rough patch last year. So I started reading it. I think that he has started recently going to therapy. He owns his own barbershop franchise, I want to say. And then Vanessa is this really educated woman. So it sort of has that like flip trope of, you know, man like in frivolous career, and a woman who is kind of in a male dominated world. And she is busy building a multi-million-dollar tech career as a Black woman before age 30 to be distracted by a relationship. So I feel like Khalil is going to be more into Vanessa than she is into him, and hopefully it's just going to be kind of one of those like grown-up romances where you can realize that they can be the problem in something. So I'll let you know about this one. It just sounded really cool, and I think that I'm really going to enjoy it. I love the color as well. That blue is so pretty. I had my nails painted that color a few weeks ago. I also got I'm So Not Over You by Kosoko Jackson. This is like a second chance romance. So it's been months since aspiring journalist Kyan Andrews has heard from his ex-boyfriend Hudson Rivers, but an urgent text has them meeting up at a cafe. Maybe Hudson wants to profusely apologize for the breakup or confess his undying love, but no, Hudson has a favor to ask. He wants Kyan to pretend to be his boyfriend while his parents are in town, and Kyan reluctantly agrees. So it's like forced proximity, second chance romance. Yeah, I'm very excited by those 2, so that's awesome. Last up, I bought all of these on a whim purely because when we're doing the pod, I host Up the Smut podcast with my friend Kate from Romantically Inclined. I will link it down below for you if you'd like to check it out. We were talking about books that we never really read, and it's like we read a lot of indie sort of stuff, a lot of KU kind of things that have like, you know, less than 1,000 ratings, all of that. And we have this like ongoing joke where we're like, yeah, we'll just read like, you know, an underhyped romance, and it will be like a Sarah J Maas. So I looked on Kindle, and the Kindle price was pretty much the same as buying the entire box set. So that's what I did of the ACOTAR series. You guys will remember I have read ACOTAR if you've been here for a while. I didn't really like it. I gave it 3 stars. I got up to A Court of Mist and Fury, and I tapped the fuck out. I bought them all in hopes of finishing them, or also going on a really deep dive for Up the Smut. So if we do end up doing the really deep dive, because I know that Kate has all of these as well, it'll be like a whole episode dedicated to one book, and we'll kind of pick it apart and all of that sort of stuff, and it will be like an ongoing series, probably once a month, so we can get through all of them. And then I was also in Kmart, and this was $9, so I had to get it. And what is it called? House of Blood and Earth by Sarah J Maas. It has a cute spine, I guess, and it's a little bit banged up, but it's an absolute chonker. So fire book haul for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you saw any of your favorites, anything that I need to bump up my TBR absolutely immediately, because you know, I just get distracted. I get into the hole and I start like reading a whole author's backlist, or I will be like on like a genre hunt, and then I'm just, you know, overwhelming myself, but also not overwhelming myself because like this girl is on fire. She can do anything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Lots of love, hugs, and kisses. Mwah! Bye.